just pass me by. Travel through the night to a city shining bright.
.1080p, 60 FPS streaming. I can't believe I'm doing it right now.
To a city shining bright.
Can't wait to see Batman and the Arkham Knight go toe to toe.
Travel through the night.
How long does it take to charge a cloudburst anyway?
The days just pass me by.
Welcome back, everybody, here to our final game of the night for the Epicenter Online Qualifier for the European Regional Bracket Round 1, Game 3. London Conspiracy Dota 2 going up against Vegas Squadron. I'm W1, I am the English caster for tonight, joined by Heen. Man, we're almost at the end, and it's been one hell of a bumpy ride.
Yeah, some weird games to say the least. Like the first game was completely unexpected. For those who missed it, like if you watch the replays, like you're gonna be like, what? Like you're gonna see the timer and be like, how does this game end? And the second game was kind of like, I really thought Vega were in some really deep shit, and then I mean, I as well as like the players kind of realized like their lineup is not geared towards mid or late game. It was mostly all about the laning, and it came to a dead end. So for the third game, the final, you know, whoever gets knocked out, I think
Okay, Riddler. This
both
game
teams have
ends
learned from
now.
their losses, and they're gonna try to adjust their strategy. They're gonna, I mean, they felt each other out, right? What kind of way the team functions. So they're gonna pick their best this final series or final game.
Well, I am interested to see if the
Batman!
best is
He's got a freaking
enough
tank!
for either of these teams.
Oh God!
Because even when I think like one of these teams is stably through, it's just that's when we just flip the coin and see what comes up. Is it going to be London Conspiracy or Vega? Nope, it's going to be Vega. They win this fight. Things just go wrong.
Reserve time.
But at the start of the draft, again, that's 3 for 3 now. Vega, they refuse to give Baby Knight his OD. The Lone Druid as well being banned out. London Conspiracy remove out the Enchantress, and rightly so. And Nature's Prophet removed. So a lot of big heroes still available inside the pool. And probably the biggest one, which we asked the question about, is Earth Spirit. Both teams, well, have been willing to let it through, and London Conspiracy, yep, they are going to first pick it. Once
And
again,
let me
they look to
guess.
have it. That's 3 for 3 right now for them, right?
Yeah, and let me guess, Invoker for Vegas Squadron.
What is it? Is Invoker plus,
Beastmaster again?
yeah, that's it. Beastmaster. That'll make sense. So Mad gets to go 3 for 3 on his Beastmaster.
And Void for London's Conspiracy.
Come on, get us out of here! Run! Get away from him!
It could be. It really could be.
Oh crap! He's coming after us!
We could actually see a repeat of all the previous drafts we've had. Hello, Beastmaster. Well, we might be right about the heroes, just wrong about the order. But it doesn't matter when you got 1, 2.
This is it, Dark Knight. We're done. Well, you're
Unless they
done
want to
for,
combo something
at least.
else.
I mean, they're definitely thinking about it. They're thinking about alternatives to Invoker. Yep, Invoker.
What a surprise! It's crazy.
So I will give you a choice.
You are a wizard, Ian, a wizard.
And Void, 4 for 4. I mean, like the Void wasn't really the Kefka has been playing a good Void.
Yeah.
It's just that in game 2, the
Rather than
lineup
carry
didn't
on
quite suit
towards
the
your
needs of Void, but
humiliation
Witch
and
Doctor.
death.
I mean, this is definitely gonna result in some kind of Void ban for Vega, maybe.
Definitely. Like,
I mean, why pick the Witch Doctor so early? It's not even that good against Beast Master.
yeah,
Just attack the base as
it
best you
seems
can.
really odd.
10 seconds
Like,
remaining.
really odd. Like, you want to show both of your supports in the first 2.
5
You don't
seconds
secure any
remaining.
cores, including your mid heroes. Maybe that was normally focused in
Just
band.
attack the base as best
Maybe
you
that's
can.
another thing they're looking at now, where
I will
if
simply
you
let
pick
you
up the 2
drive
supports
away
now,
in
especially someone
return
with
for a
Witch
signed
Doctor,
statement
from
from
most
the
of the
minority
offline banning,
hearing.
which frees up Baby Knight's heroes, but normally focused in band. Maybe that's another thing they're looking at. I'm clutching at straws. I'm with the Witch Doctor, especially someone early, seems from most of the offline banning, which frees up Conspiracy take out the Disruptor. That caused them real problems. Like, it wasn't just 1, it was 2 or 3 skills on the Witch that was working out the second fight early. From most of the offline banning, which frees up Conspiracy take out the Disruptor. That caused them real problems.
Well, at least we're gonna see something other than Void in this game. I mean, LC definitely, they had a pattern where they just kept going for the Earth Spirit Void, and they have something in mind. Well, at least we're gonna see alternative to Void, or just a completely different strategy. I mean, LC definitely, they had a pattern where they just kept going for the Earth Spirit Void, and they have something in mind. Well, at least we're gonna see alternative to Void, or just a completely different strategy. I mean, LC definitely, they had a pattern where they just kept going for the Earth Spirit Void, and they have something in mind. Image of Sven.
Your options just seem pretty limited.
Your intelligence and conceding that I have utterly
You want to have a
checkmated
nuker
you.
in mid.
Oh,
Maybe
the
don't feel
cat will
confident
remain
enough
a
to pick up
hostage,
between
of
the
course,
Taylor
a
team into this game.
symbol of your
Options just seem
failure.
pretty limited.
Your intelligence
And now you're actually up against an Oracle. We saw this exact counter to art style support Lena in our earlier series today. So, and now you're Lena, like Laguna played the animation, it's pretty old. This exact counter. It's also, technically it's a projectile, because it flies through the air, it can be dodged. Lena, but if Oracle can get that promise off, then it's also, all the damage can just be negated, because it flies through. So you got more survivability. But if Oracle can get that...
Not to mention Oracle's Purifying Flames can take off Magnetize.
Tide
Hunter.
squadrons turn to battle.
Still no BKB control for LC. It's like once Invoker and Sven get BKBs, they don't really have much control. Maybe the Lena could get Axe, but she already has a million items she would like to go.
Fire team battle.
Yeah. I know I called the Tidehunter earlier on in this drafting phase, but I don't think I really wanted to anymore. This has the potential to be a very, very one-sided game in favor of Vega.
10 seconds
If
remaining.
London Conspiracy can't get enough presence in the lane, like, even Vega with that last pickup, like, what do you get now? I would look towards more Disable. London Conspiracy is worried
Vega
about more
squadrons
greed.
turn to pick.
But if you picked up something like, like, I always want to say Rubik in this game because there's so much to steal. But you can go for something a little bit more secure, something like a Lion. VS will also work, that's fine. I'm thinking about stuns, disables, and positional advantage. Finger of Death was going to be just a nice little perk.
Yeah, I guess the VS is gonna synergize pretty well with the Beastmaster and Invoker and the Sven. It's just gonna make their lineup pretty good at mowing down towers, going Roche if they get a pick off. And for LC, this last pick is gonna be pretty
10
damn important.
seconds remaining.
It's like the final piece, but not just the final piece to their lineup,
5
but
seconds
being able
remaining.
to deal with all these scary stuff on Vega.
It has to be something like a Spectre,
Reserve
right? Like, they
time.
need something huge as their last one.
10 seconds remaining.
They go a fighter. They go. I don't believe in this as much, but at least London Conspiracy is showing the desire that they want to fight. But we might find ourselves in that same location. Like, hey, early game looks actually half decent. We've got some burst damage. We've got some good rotations coming in. We're getting a couple of kills here and there. But once like Oracle gets his higher level, he gets level 6. Same for VS. You've got swapping. You've got saving. You got a lot of strength, and you got a lot of power coming into the mid game from these 3 cores of Vega.
And Slack is not gonna be online that fast. He needs a lot of items. He needs Blink, like a Scotty, ideally, and probably a BKB at some point of the game, because you can't always dark pact off everything. It's like a 6-second cooldown, and you use it to possibly get rid of dispel yourself from Avenge Stun, and then Beastmaster comes in. FN?
Was what?
I mean, good thing it's a final game, right?
Alright, people don't have to know what it is.
So, no one TP'd this game.
Yeah, everyone just walked out to do their warning.
My, you're actually going
Being
to
scared because they
attempt
get his
it.
ward on the
Very
off-lane
well.
down, and it
But
also
this
means
is
the
my
C was
finest
gonna
work,
miss on the
detective.
sentry.
My masterpiece, my Nigma Resistance. So, let us take that inexplicably life-sized children's toy
So it
for
looks like
its
it's gonna be
final
standard
drive.
battle. Kefka cannot take that bottom rune.
This
Vega looks like
is
the
it,
one
Dark
who's
Knight.
a bit of a trap.
Your
Just
Tudover,
checking the
your
corner
Bay
against
of
the
Pigs,
Titans.
your ultimate defeat.
As LC, they don't have to come this far to put down the Observer one. But it seems they're going to, and that was all watched out
That's
by
it,
his
detective.
Beastmaster
Drive
as well.
faster, drive
Steph
headlong
now
into
attacks and
defeat.
then realizes, all of that hard work for reward is about to be de-warded.
I mean, he doesn't have a sentry, so.
Solo's got one in the mid lane after he's done the blocking. He
To clarify, detective, this bit is not
give
the
it the mag.
surprise.
like,
Behold your doom.
Yep. It's being
I want to keep
Wonder
my
if
eyes
Cat-
closely on this mid. See if no one goes down. You can see Baby now.
Impossible! That cannot be!
He's actually doing attack animation, like stuttering at the
You should
moment,
have
misstep
volunteered
style.
that.
Like,
I calculated
he's
the
most definitely
curvature
announced
precisely.
himself.
I got the equations right here.
he hasn't used a single ability.
I don't understand.
Yeah, sorry,
How
you're
are
gonna
you
say
still
that, Kevin?
alive?
I'm wondering if he's gonna go for an early Iron challenge. He started Ringer Protection, but at the same time, Tide's one of those heroes that don't benefit too much from Scout Shield, and he might want that Ringer Protection for a possible Fenge rotation later on. The Terra could do work.
It was luck. Luck!
I just hope they go on
The
for
kindly
Morris as well.
lifeguard of the idiot. I can hardly factor luck into my
Maybe Knight with an
equation.
unusual build.
I'm
He
not
went
a
for
homeopath.
no points in Dragon Slave so far.
Is he really just going to like go pure DPS with stuff? Sev Style hasn't really been able to help him out that much, but Sev Style, because Mag went from early on,
Farewell, Dark
he's stopping Sev
Knight.
Style from just being easy farm on that side camp. He's just on the bottom lane.
F-Cup.
Yeah, follow up with Fortune's End. But after he triggers the Anchor Smash, they know that they don't have enough damage to get the kill. So it's like more just pure lane harassment. Means Sven you know, Sven missed out on any kind of CS here. It's missing last since up the tower, that's all.
Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours.
There you go. Is that better for you now with Baby Knight 1-1 across the board?
Yeah, I mean, definitely,
You are
that was his only
defeated.
choice to go
Too
for
slow,
the
Dark
Dragon
Knight.
Slayer.
Too slow.
Any other build would have been really weird.
Get back into mid lane with that regeneration up.
If you're feeling
to keep those
vainglorious
fiery
enough for
souls up
another
to 3.
attempt, Dark Knight, you must trundle back to the start of the course.
I mean, he does attack super fast, but
Oh, that kick.
nice.
No one barely dodging it. And he needed to as well. That would have been an instant follow-up Light Striker raid. The damage output I don't know if would have really been enough to kill the Invoker though.
Invoker needs to be past this ramp for him to be really threatened by their spirit. Oh, stuff style breaks the smoke on.
Yeah,
Seema.
Seema knows he's up there. But Steph can bolt it to the other side of the river because obviously balance.
Yeah, what a hero. It's like the only support hero that can blink that far.
Damn, it
I
does
mean,
try to
like
bribe
most
me with
supports
the
don't even
money.
have even a semi-blink.
Like, what's actually the most maneuverable level 1 ability you can think of? Like,
On a support?
you've got like time walk. Yeah, on a support hero. Like you can look at the cores where you got like time walk, you've got Slark with pounds, you got things like that here, like in this series already. But is there anything which even reach? Like you've got Snowball. I think Snowball's gonna be the closest you get.
Yeah, on a support.
But
Pretty
even
much.
then, even then, you got to target a unit, a hero, an enemy. Where
It's like at
with a
level
bolter, you don't-
1, it's only second to maybe Queen of Pain blink.
Yeah.
But then Queen of Pain blink doesn't really. It's not really a ganking. I mean, it doesn't have any utility. Whereas Earth Spirit's Rolling Boulder slows you for 80%.
Sounds like good utility to me. Well, this has been the longest first blood of the night, aka how long it takes for it to actually hit. So we go over the 4-minute mark, everyone just happy to keep their farming going. A small advantage coming the way of LC, and well, boulder forward. There's your slow on no one. Baby Knight, Light Striker Raid's going to connect. With the Slave, they don't have enough damage to kill off this Invoker. He throws down the Ice Wall, but Baby Knight has a haste rune. So he triggers that, backs up. They force a rotation out from Solo, but no one was actually fine without him.
Yeah, that was pretty good. They forced no one to use a lot of mana. I noticed that no one's a big fan of Ice Wall early on. A lot of players don't really incorporate Ice Wall into their early game arsenal.
Don't be ashamed to have failed, Detective. This isn't a racetrack. It's an immaculately constructed work of art.
Oh,
It is perfection.
So counter initiation wise,
I'm scared.
so it may just also fit the series. Start on Kefka, Seema going throughout the new Fortune's End as well. As Kefka keeps going on the run, they need a little bit more damage though.
What's with this
The Sunstrike,
camera
Kefka
angle?
walks the other direction. He's still got enough life. The heal is kicking hit from Seema, and this is where that
Pity I couldn't show you
loop
the
from
Riddler
Seema cannot
mobile.
work for him. It
Bigger,
works against them.
faster, several times
Ward
more
up on the hillside
aesthetically
belongs to
pleasing
Radiant,
than
so
your vehicle.
Seema locks in the corner. Support arrives from Solo, and there's your first blood. FN's gonna take it as this man. Baby Knight, he's looking for some revenge. He needs another Slave. In 4 seconds time, he's gotta be, just doesn't have the range anymore. As that Oracle
No,
is a
no,
little
no,
too
no,
fast to get
no,
away.
no! This isn't right.
And you might not even get the room.
This isn't
Max
happening.
rotating over too.
Oh, that did hit me.
They go for the kick over on FN. Icebreaker Raid's going to connect. Now Mag arrives at the target. Sunstrike perfectly on top of Baby
Hurry up,
Knight.
Detective.
And that's 2
You
for
stand
0 in favor of
marginally more of
Vega.
a chance of succeeding if you
These masters
actually
want to take the
begin.
illusion room.
Yeah, playing Lina against multiple stun.
That's more like it, Detective. You failed! For the briefest moment, you almost seemed capable.
And I mean, Lina, that was a big. She took a leap of faith to make a rotation pre-level 6 and hopefully make an impact in this offering.
And to think, I was
He
actually
only ended up
concerned
getting
you may
himself
succeed.
killed, and that's
I
gonna
forgot who I was
mean a lot,
dealing with for a minute there.
considering no one's probably gonna go for that Midas as always.
It means she's actually going to play catch up and take the stack, which probably was the original.
Oh,
plan.
I thought I had that.
They may have actually just pumped it to Lina anyway to give Baby Knight that more of an advantage, but
It's so inefficient. After this, she's probably gonna have to go back to the fountain.
unless that's why she brought the salve out. Like, you're out of mana already, the salve will at least let you stand in the lane for a bit. And thanks to the...
Oh my god, I hit the fucking wall.
I mean, her TP's off cooldown, so she should probably go back home.
Seema's coming up to even leaps the experience of Kepi. He actually could solo kill this. New comes back off cooldown, there she blows. And the Tide Hunter gets soloed by the Oracle.
Dark Knight,
And
don't waste my
FN's gonna
time.
take the triple
It's
stack
several
of
times
Ancients
more
as
precious
well.
than yours.
Oh, this is escalating.
What?
It's not even quickly.
Are you kidding?
You cannot
Just
even be
continuously
counted on to
escalating
kill
until Seaman's
yourself.
gonna get himself
I
healed
will
up
do
by
it
all.
for you. I'm controlling the
They don't have
mechanisms
enough.
now.
They don't have enough life to do it. And now the agents are actually softened up for the Tidehunter. If he TP's fast enough, he's got this. Mid lane's being initiated on. Baby Knight's going to miss on the line strike array, meaning that no one wants to turn onto Baby Knight, who's already at negative 10 armor thanks to the 6 hits. The melting
You'll
strikes
make
the
a
Forged
mistake.
Spirits.
Of course you will. I know you will.
Someone's going to go over and take care of that ancient stack. Like, Vega's looking at it.
Oh, you incompetent boy racer.
Solo
Okay,
can at
so I
least
think-
take Solo can take 2 kills with the
Oh
wave
my
of terror.
god. 130 gold from one wave of terror.
With the help of the floor switch, you make it
Oh,
more.
God.
You may
Yeah,
actually
you might
power
just
level.
get level 6 off of this.
Kefka's coming down. If the floor spirits can time this right, look for the purple marks and the blue marks.
Hurry up,
Compared
detective.
to the orange.
You stand marginally more of a chance
You
of
almost want to put the
succeeding if
VS
you
like in
actually
here, so she
begin.
takes the experience. Yeah, that's exactly
You can't.
Okay, she got that one.
Too
She just waved
slow,
for terror down the lizard.
Too slow.
She got 80
For a
gold
second
pretty
there,
much
I
from
was
that
I was
one.
worried
almost
I could
concerned.
And there's your level 6.
Oh wait, did they patch it?
Yes, yeah, you can. It's they did it about I think it was a
Care
month
to
and a
try
half ago
again,
they
Dark
changed
Knight?
that.
Because the timer won't start until
Sorry,
you
I
situate
mean,
yourself at the
I had to
start
slip
of
up
the
in
track.
That's pretty close.
I seem to recall the patch notes too. It's, kind of, there was this one game a long time ago where one guy tried to sneak, like he was sitting in the roach pit or something, trying to. There was a huge ancient stack,
Oh,
and
that
it
was
was
so
a
wild.
poor
I would've
support,
made that.
leech XP, and
Oh,
he got 0.
start.
It's kind of funny watching because he was standing there for a minute without vision, wondering when the ancients are going to go down, and he walked away with no EXP stolen after all the time waiting.
Sad.
FN
So
with
miserable.
yeah, FN's gonna get the Dominator creep. It's only 10 minutes in.
So yeah, the drift doesn't seem better. The drift just seems
The
worse.
Beastmaster has been stacking a bit. LC put a sentry down, so unless they deorder right away until the 11-minute mark.
Don't worry,
Smash won't get
detective.
any
You have
additional
until
stacks,
dawn.
which is good for
Not
LC.
that it'll make any difference.
Sad thing is, like, they'll realize it once they fail the first stack.
Yeah.
But after that, they can come in and deward it, and they'll be like, oh, wait, hang on, it's already timed out, so you just waste a sentry.
Dark Knight, don't waste my
Unless all
time.
of them down.
It's several times more precious than yours.
Wait, that is still far enough away, right?
Yeah, I mean, you get the yellow box now when you try to put down a word.
It
that
seems you have
has a
lost.
clear indicator of
You know,
some
Dark
spawn
Knight,
boxes.
I never tire of
They
seeing
haven't
you
given
fail.
that to us
When
like
you fail.
Yeah.
Like we have the tower boxes though. Like you can select the towers and you get the
Come on, detective.
You say
Back to
who's
the
active.
start of the course.
I guess it would be kind of annoying to always.
Oh
be able to
my
see it.
god.
So
You just
it's
have
only
you just have an activated button. They just like because right now like when you get hit all the heroes pop up on the beat. Something as
so
simple
in
as
my head
that.
right now.
Stun, bottom lane, Sunstrike, right on target. That's a quick pop. Paralyzing cast won't do much, and in fact, Solo. Okay, the pound's still open. His first rotation. He's looking for a kill over on the Vengeful Spirit. You've still got that false promise of marble here from the
Alright, let's
Oracle,
go.
and Solo will
Don't
swap
worry,
himself away.
detective. You have until
Consumed with the Fairy
dawn.
Fire, the Slave
Not
Not
that it'll
Connect.
make
That's
any
still enough
difference.
damage. Nope, Solo's back up to full life. Jalopy is locked down and Solo will TP out. They kill the Tidehunter. They force the entire of LC to rotate to bottom lane, and you still do not find a kill in return. In fact, you probably even lose your tier 1 tower
Power is
because of your
warmer than
rotation.
that Roman knockoff Mercury.
one of the most annoying things about Invoker. You leave the lane for a second and the tower's gone.
It'll be the same up on the top lane pretty soon. Beastmaster's almost
I
got
want
his
you to know,
Necro
detective,
Ball
that I'm
in.
recording all your
It'll
attempts
only
at
be level
this
1
for
Necro at this
posterity
point, but
and for my social
having
media
more
presence, of
available
course.
too. And Sunstrike always at the ready from the Invoker.
That's one of the things that makes Beastmaster Invoker so nice. Because Beastmaster is one of those heroes that there aren't many offlaners that can just go for solo kills all game, but with Beastmaster having the back up from Sunstrike,
Come now,
it's
detective.
gonna make things
Time
so much
waits
easier.
for no
Like,
man.
heroes like Lina,
And I
They're
wait for
threatened
no
by Beastmaster all game
Batman.
long.
You did it.
This
This
is
is the
the
key.
downside.
Now you collect the
You're
key.
committed,
Those
but
are the rules.
What do you do
and I
about it?
have
You
to
just
follow
keep
the rules,
farming.
don't I?
Jalopy's at least
set them
reaching a
after
point
all.
where he'll soon have his Blink Dagger. He can start being the aggressor.
Okay, almost there.
And who do you get aggressive on? Vengeful Spirit? Well, then again, anyone, because if Oracle's behind him, then
Dire's top tower is
It was a
under
great
attack.
initiation, but you get nothing from it.
I think Lina and Style
Ready
might run
to
into
die,
Mag.
my dear?
They can break their smoke if they come up from the wrong angle.
It's barely missed.
Which key, Catwoman?
I guess she sent his Hawk over, so the smoke breaks, Mag will walk down. That's the
Exploding
best situation right there for LC. Quick, efficient pick, Solo's going to arrive. The TP out's already happening, as DevStar going to boulder himself again onto the other side.
And get stuck.
Yeah, that wasn't the plan.
You gotta kick the creeps.
That's one way to get free. Jalopy now with that blink dagger. He's going to go on Seema. Seema just starts to heal. And TP's out with no basher or any kind of control on the Slark apart from the leash. They won't find that kill.
No more.
Congratulations, Catwoman.
Yeah,
you are
Slark
now
would just
free.
scout it out
Free to take
solo,
my
but
final
probably not gonna go
exam.
for anything.
To take my final exam.
The issue with
Whoa.
Slark though is
Get
even
out
with
now.
these items, he's
Eddie,
high in
I didn't know
network,
you'd
but
started
Midas and
cheating.
Blink Dagger
I'm
add
disappointed.
nothing to his tankiness.
I
Definitely with the Blink Dagger, he is slippery, but
As you and Batman
You would
so
you
scary.
get
when you
like
attempt
attack speed out from the hand of Midas, which helps with the
riddle
SR shift.
room.
And when you got 1 point up, it has
Should
to
I do it,
shift.
guys? I think I'll do it.
They found Baby Knight. Susceptible to Beastmaster was the word. You have to use Necrobook for that. That was the blink dagger of this event that's set up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
life is hard. He has an Aether lens. He bought 2 TPs before he died, probably. But there's just so many items he has to go. Let's say you get a Yule Scepter. That's still not full. It's not even near foolproof against what he has to deal with on the side of Vega. And it's kind of awkward to go early BKB on Mina.
Just try and play your damage from range with Ether Lens.
Dire's
Oh,
bottom
Looks through the
FN.
play. Step
Aggressive.
style. Okay, gets hit pretty hard. Solo's going to be with us. One more attack will come in. So Solo for the Earth Spirit. He'll swap FN back into the fight. He's still got a couple of 1 charges, and when Jalopy misses the leash, then FN can just juke it through the tree line and away. Solo will survive. They even smoke up. So they can turn back into this one. Man getting stunned up and just nuked by Baby Knight. Maybe a little bit too aggressive there with the Beastmaster, as FN again has to blink himself away from London Conspiracy. That's the first even fight that's really happened for LC. In fact, it's not even even. It really is their way because it's a support for a core.
Yeah, and Kefka,
Alright.
I think that could have been a big Ravage, but he got mad at her, so he tried to Ravage, and he kind of held on to it because Baby Knight got the return kill, or like, he just killed whoever was running at him. Oh, mech complete on Kefka. I
Do
wasn't
you
paying
have
too
a
much
photographic
attention
memory,
to the Tidehunter's
detective?
progress,
Because
but
I do.
having mech
I can
arcanes
summon your sneering features at will.
before 16 minutes
That is when they
definitely
don't
pretty
burst
They gave him a lot of
into
space
my
recently.
brain. I have
Like I was talking
perfect
about like
recall,
LC
too. I
rotating
can remember
multiple heroes
every
from
time
lane
you
to lane
hurt
trying
me.
to deal with these smaller
Sometimes
skirmishes
I
that
wake up,
Vega
Dark Knight,
forced them into.
to the feel of your
The
hands
Tidehunter
around
was
my
normally
neck.
not there. Just like, when was the last time you ever saw a Ravage? Like, you're level 10, almost level 11 on a Tidehunter, and I don't think Ravage has been triggered once. Because he just knows, like, he needs the items to help his team survive through the
Dire's
fights,
top
especially
tower has fallen.
heroes like Lina who are getting heavily nuked.
Yep. Jalopy gonna ping out some wards. I think LC are
Your
in an
carbon
okay
fiber-coated
position.
fists smashing into my solar
Like
plexus.
their Slark has been
How
getting good
dare
farm.
you
He's gonna
brutalize
be able
me?
to
Me! Your
purchase
intellectual
whatever it
superior.
is that
You're
you
better.
go for. I think you should go for
Edward
Scotty.
Nigma, the Riddler, and the world's greatest everything.
Yeah.
You're a thug,
It's
detective.
just
a
really solid. It
bullying
just gives so
emblem
much
of the
HP,
arrogant notion
allows him
that
to
might
man fight.
makes right.
Not
Come back to the
completely, but
orphanage, where I will
have some kind
end
of
you
countermeasure
and the
versus
unjust
Sven.
things you
Scotty very good against this Sven.
The only concern I'll have is his susceptibility to Necrobooks. Like, if they take away all of that mana, like, I know you get a lot more stats up for it, but... Actually, no, yeah, you're right, because he needs to stay in the fights as well, and Scotty will offer that.
I mean, the only way to deal with Necrobooks on Slug, if your concern is to not get mana burn, is to go BKB, but then it doesn't really solve the other issues that he runs into.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the Scotty.
And They make a break for the mid lane. So Ven's just been going from stack to stack, including LC's ancient stacks. With LC having Ravage level 2 and of course that mech available, they want to try and make a play onto mid before the BKBs are up from Vega. Also, while God Strength's down for FN, he's running up towards the top lane to push that out. So the tier 1 tower's been taken by LC. Solo's in a position where he could walk in for a swap, but who do you really want?
Yeah, interesting that no one went for Boots of Travel instead of his usual Agnum Scepter. Kind of signifies that he doesn't want to. He wants to farm a bit more on the map. They don't really feel too comfortable taking fights head on versus a mech Tide Hunter.
After a couple of the hiccups that's happened earlier tonight, you can't blame him. Like, this seems to be a lot more of the, like, we play it by the numbers kind of strat. But now they actually group up themselves, the 3 in mid.
But it's kind of weird because Sven is actually going for a BKB instead of the usual Sanjay Yashin.
Well, he's probably the more aggressive one. He's the one that knows he needs that BKB up against the mid. He's going to blink in, BKB up, and just try and beat the living crap out of everyone in LC. And because there's no Aghanim Scepter over on Baby Knight, he's still going to feel pretty confident up against that Laguna Blade.
Now's my chance to free Selena.
Even Witch Doctor, like, that death was
This game has gone on long enough.
Against Sven.
Agreed, son. Best of
Yeah, at
luck.
this point, FN can jump on basically everyone except Slark and Tide Hunter and just kill them with Sunstrike.
Scarecrow. Oh, man.
Baby
Someone's
Knight,
face I did not want to see projected on the side of a building.
Baby Knight has a completed heal scepter, but just look at his HP. He needs some kind of like point booster base item next, like an Aghanim Scepter or I don't think Bloodstone is really all that good on Lina anymore. Just the not having reduced gold on deaths hurts so much, as well as respawn timer. It's pretty noticeable because when you first get it, it's 8 charges is quite a lot, but when you're supposed to revive in like 10 seconds, but instead you revive in 20, it's really annoying.
Radiant structures are
It's
fortified.
tower trade time.
Dire's
Tier 1
middle
tower
tower
being
is under
beaten
attack.
to death on the bottom lane by LC. While Vega trying to reach into the tier 2 tower in mid as well as do a lot of pressure towards the top tower.
Perfect.
So level
Eddie
3
hasn't said a
Necro
word
book still needs
since
to
you left
fly
that
out to
last
Mag.
class.
If they had it now,
Do
they
you
could
ever
trigger
rub
and take
people
that
those
town
right
before
way?
LC could really
They
reply.
never ask nicely.
Especially now the fortification's gone.
Is under attack.
They're actually going to TP in. Baby Knight's the first one.
So
You'll
how's
set her up.
Robin?
Line Striker raid timing's not going to work, but they burn the
Is he
10-second
allowed out
BKB.
unchaperoned yet?
Is under
Careful
attack.
arrive at
Daddy's
FN.
still keeping
Okay.
us,
He's more than
Well,
capable.
what's going to
I
stop
bet
him?
he is. This one's more.
It's I get a BKB, I'm TPing it anyway, I may as well put myself in harm's way.
Come on,
I
you
wonder if that was
lighten
like
up.
or he just
We're
did it
almost
out
done
of
here.
because
What's it
just,
like out there?
he can.
It's
Dude,
bad.
if he could
You
taunt while he
could just
TP'd out right then he
leave, you
would.
know. You can't play hero forever.
I can try.
You can. But there's only
Logan's
one
getting
place
really
your
close
little
to that
martyr
sky
fantasy
now.
is headed.
Vega need to find a
Not
kill.
yet,
Like they need to
Batman.
start
You're
controlling
lacking
up
something.
LC's cores.
And I don't just mean
Well, they might be able to
basic
find like better
intelligence.
team fights, better combos, because Vega's still, like, we're still playing the dodge game. The reason why it's 6-2, like 21 minutes into the game, is because Vega have been dodging. This might help them. A quick Roshan. But they got no gold strength to work with, so they have to use the Necro books and everything else. They got a lot of negative armor, however, so that helps.
That's just insane road speed.
How do they even get that much damage out?
Radiant's top tower.
And
is
it
under
doesn't even
attack.
look like they got that many items, but you got 3 and 4 points up in the auras.
No, Batman.
They have
For
a
once, you are
pretty
physically
roach-centric
under-equipped as
skill
well as
build
mentally.
on top of like the
You had a
Necro
gadget
books.
in Arkham City. Where is it?
So much damage.
I charge you with bringing it.
Tower is under attack.
It's like Venge is TPing in, but yeah, she canceled it. I thought it was kind of weird.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Actually puts the TP on cooldown if they want to force a trade-off onto the tier 2 tower on bottom. Which looks to be a little bit nicer for Vega. But then again, they don't have Necro books and they still don't have that Blink Dagger on the Beastmaster. The safer play for Vega is wait for the Blink Dagger, get a pick, and then push it
Radiant's
down.
top tower is
Oh,
under attack.
Batman,
There's
you
some vision in the
disappoint me.
meantime.
In Arkham City, you created a
FN,
large
meanwhile,
charge
hasn't
device,
ended.
which I admit took
He's gonna
some
look
scrap of
for-
ingenuity. And then you
If he
failed
runs
to
into
bring
this
it
Witch
tonight.
Doctor or Sven, it's gonna be a really easy kill with the Sunstrike. Lina better yet.
tower
Oh,
has
yeah,
fallen.
they're gonna set it up. Probably.
Look for the crit as well.
Radiant's top
Gets a
tower
314, the
is under
Sunstrike from the Invoker takes it. That's at the same time as the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane dies. Jalopy. He hits it this Van like 3 times, but
bottom tower is under attack.
he reveals his position. No one knows he's very safe to go up to the high ground. The kick will come in
Tanks patrolling
from
the
Steph
city.
style.
Straight
More
beat.
TP supports
Like
in the
the
way, but that
robots
Talon's already lost
taking
2/3 of his life. You have a Blink Dagger and an Aegis on the Invoker. He wants to fight. He wants to bait out the Ravage. Jalopy's going to move over. He's looking for a kill over on Seema, but not while Solo is there. It's practically impossible to get.
Yeah, but that's a pretty significant chunk of chip damage that I wouldn't even call it chip damage.
It's
On
also
the tier
money.
3.
And he just got his Aghanim Scepter on that
Kinda
Invoker.
thought she'd just curl up and die without Joker.
And Sven. Mr. I shall build Daedalus and have huge amounts of damage.
Yeah, the scary thing. Okay, Baby Knight went for a boost of travel. Okay, so more farming incoming for
Riddler's gonna
LC.
regret going after
There's no way this
She's
Lina
more into
can
that whole
actually do
vengeance
something.
thing than the
defense. It's way too weak.
Jalopy. Nice time to have a Dark Pack go. And with Blink Dagger coming off cooldown, the Yield Sitter from Baby Knight, the stun onto FM. This time he won't use his BKB because he's got the swamp out. We'll trick the BKB now. That Ravage is available here for Kefka. He's going to have to let it go. That means FM's not controlled by it. Cleaving over from Kefka into Jalopy with the Death Ward with Laguna Blade combo. They have enough quick damage. The Vega have been forced back, but what's really the trade-off? You've gone 1 for 1. Say goodbye to the Witch Doctor. Looks like VS did end up dying.
pulling this
Steph
on
starts
Halloween.
behind the lines. He'll boulder
got a
himself
sense of
away.
humor after
They'll
all.
set up a lot by that cold wall. The ice wall, Sunstrike.
Oh, the
so
man.
good for no one.
What's the bat doing here?
As a 3 for 2 trade-off at the end of the day. Ravage blowing. And 2 of the big cores still remaining alive for Vega through it all.
Yeah, the important thing is that Slack didn't die because he.
Come on, let's get over there.
I'm not sure if it's a mistimed Dark Pack, but he basically got locked down by Beastmaster and Python was able to save his ass.
Middle tower is
But
under
dying at this point is so big because Slack is able to flash farm pretty well at this point, and dying on Slack is kind of like dying on AM.
Baby Knight was very lucky that Invoker didn't actually have Cold Snap invoked, or else he was dead. That TP would have been cancelled. You also said the timing is not enough to complete your TP.
I'm trying to think of the teamfight scenario for LC. So they have no way to deal with this man unless it's like a Blink Ravage.
But you need to be able to do that. Like,
But
the
yeah, then
situation
you-
in the last fight was probably the best one, where you put FN in a position where he doesn't feel like he needs to use his BKB, and then you get your stun. But now he jumps in. No BKB required until now. They swap back. You can say goodbye to Lina. The Death Ward doing some decent damage here. They're not going to reach up to Solon, so FN will die. As Baby Knight brought back, but he's instantly dead again. Oh my. Even with the Magnetize, they've got such sustain for the rest of Vega. The Necro books or whatever, you didn't even have to use False Promise in this fight. It was just pure mech and control from the other heroes.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw earlier at the Roche, these guys have such good, Roche / tower killing potential.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Well, you can say goodbye to your,
I mean,
your 2 lanes
they
of
could even
Ryzes.
go for like a tier 4.
Considering Baby Knight did have a dieback, yeah.
I mean, why not? Just look at how fast they're killing it. Even if it's a 1 tier 4, which I don't think. Yeah, they're gonna go for more. I mean, they could
They're
get.
TPing out. The Invoker's already left. Jalopy won't be able to reach far enough. Mag, you got Ravage, just going to cancel the TP out of
Nice.
Solo. He tried to go back to base, that's why his TP took so long. And now Mag will actually get chased down, killed off. Solo may be a little bit luckier, however, as he tries to hide in the... Yeah, no. It was optimistic at best. But this VS has 2.7k gold even after this death. Because all of it's reliable. So much money. The Daedalus
Please.
should now be over on them.
Oh, he went for the Vlad, so.
Who went for the Vlads? The VS?
Yeah, I was kind of. I wanted to see Aghanim Scepter. Just be super annoying because no one has BKB on LC. But yeah, you're talking about. What was it? Sven?
Yeah, I actually thought he had the Daedalus before that fight. Did he lose it on Courier or something?
Yeah,
Because he ended up picking up a Hyperstone.
Are you really
He's
just
filling into an Assault
wooden
Cuirass
chill
instead of... Because he had all the money for a Daedalus. I don't know why, it might just be
Let's
like
just
the
look.
long night. But I thought he actually had the recipe for the Daedalus already on the Courier.
Hear about the
I mean,
guy
at
working
this
with
rate, he's gonna have it.
Everything's
Bad
just
case of bad envy.
Maybe less. He has enough for demon. Yeah, he can actually farm the Daedalus in a minute. Pretty crazy.
London Conspiracy in a horrible position. They're 20,000 net worth behind, 10k in the experience. Vega really just need to finish up the top lane, and up against Megas, they don't really have enough counterpush to their lineup either.
I think one of the big problems in team fights is that while Slark does have a lot of net worth, the rate at which Slark can kill Vega is way too slow. Basically,
Any one of those whack jobs to back up and all.
during the time that
who doesn't want
Slark
Batman
needs to
dead?
kill one Vega hero, Vega are killing like 3 of LC's heroes. And we saw what happens when Slark is the only one left standing. They can just push towers, and I mean, Slark's not gonna just kamikaze into that.
Yeah. And that Moonshot, when you buff him up with Alacrity as well. Okay, Sven is actually really scary.
Big ones, small ones. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them started
Nefkas needs to
flying.
wait 13 seconds. That's how long until they got Ravage. He'll get most of that time just as they wait for the courier to arrive, but FN just goes in balls deep with the BKB up.
They
LC
can
were
just
able
go
to
for
properly
Mega
disengage here, and Mag, well, they actually get the Ravage off. FN gets caught by it. The Death Ward instantly cancelled by the Tornado, however, from the Invoker, and Tides on the sidelines. They've got Seema
Man's got all
staying
kinds of
alive
blink
for a
on
little
that
bit
gun,
longer.
man.
He'll finally drop, but it's the big core still up. A good Storm Bolt. The Sven can't capitalize straight away, so the buyback comes out from Jalopy, looking for that kill over on Sven. You got a Gem and Trueside also just hovering there on the deck, and with a follow-up kick onto Solo, they will be able to bring down 4 of
Man,
Vega.
this whole city's a mess.
Solo,
We need Joker, man.
oh,
You get everybody in line.
Oh,
What a player.
do they really have... Well, there's no mana left on Steph, and... Okay, that's... and... no. Sunstrike is not going to connect with anyone. Everyone was high enough life, they wouldn't have died anyway.
When Scarecrow's show back on.
Actually, LC are able to hold that. It's pretty big. I thought it would have been Mega Creeps right there.
Stuck in my
Like, an idea I had was like, Invoker and Sven have BKB, so they just basically hit the racks while Beastmaster and Co.
But Sven
make
got
space.
stunned before he got his BKB off.
Oh,
The Tide
bless
Ravage
his
actually connected
heart.
him
I
before
think Will has actually
before
got a plan
BKB
for
got triggered.
tonight. A plan? How quaint!
Really?
Too afraid
Yep.
to improvise that one.
I mean,
And
I thought
that's
Sven
when
jumped
the
in and
fun
BKB'd right away.
starts.
Oh yeah, he did at the very start of the fight, but then the Ravage came. Oh wow, what a double stun from Baby Knight. Solo,
Amanda kill.
still very low. They're looking for the dark back kill, but he went to the west and they found him. 2 hero kills means now they can go for Roshan and really not be
Is this-
successful.
About it. He
Is
wears
this a repeat of game one?
Hide the fact
Is
he
it-
only
that-
has
that-
Really,
that's-
really could be.
Over there.
Like my
That's gonna be so
brain
crazy.
almost given up on
Pretty far
tonight.
away.
That's why I apologize for even questioning what you're saying about team fights. But I thought this was over, but now Vega, they're giving, like they're not even just giving the scraps to LC, like they're
Can you
giving
believe it?
all.
I was in
LC
Blackgate,
ever could have asked
Asylum, Arkham City. Never
Just give
seen
the Sages to
Batman.
Jalopy
Not once.
because he doesn't buyback.
Lucky, I
And
guess.
Actually, Steph
I mean-
can't drop the item. Oh, the EMP Tornado. No one, he doesn't have his blink available. And Jalopy, he pounced out. His blink
he's
will bring him
getting
back in.
bashed
So it's a null talisman on the ground.
Now,
They're letting
my
it go.
favorite ride was
Jalopy's still on the
Blackgate.
hillside. He'll
This is
pounce
top
out again,
three.
but now he's on top of the Ancients. Netben, he's moving over. He'll get the stun. He'll dart packed off, but the damage from FN is not enough. Not when the Shadow Dance will trigger. There's 17 essences shifted. He'll blink away from the Deafening Blast and the 2 BKB heroes. Mag
no,
as well. Oh, FN, he went back up. The Hawk was there from the Beastmaster, so we knew exactly where to go. And the Slark will be down for the count.
I'm just stream some Beastmaster training.
this Roche, I felt like, was the only hope for LC.
He seems too good.
They might have an opening here by killing off Mag. They'll commit the Laguna Blade nice and quickly.
By the time we're
And it
finished,
looks like Mag doesn't carry, just by his back. He's like, yo boys, Laguna's down, let's go boys. It's like 60 seconds, not even that for a cooldown. LC's actually going to smoke. They've got Ravage available as well as Greaves. And that's a dead Mag if he... Like, that would be a dieback on Mag. The stun. Oh, FN! He caught two! He can't get the big crits off though. So Baby Knight will survive. Now the Ravage will trigger. FN gets hit by that. He's got 1 second till his BKB's off cooldown. Will Solon. Oh, okay, it doesn't really matter. Seema, he puts the faith over in FN. And that is GG, well played. Vega will complete this game and advance themselves forward to face up against the Danish Bears in the lower bracket round 2 tomorrow.
Two-Face looking for Matt. No kidding.
Got a repeat of game 1.
He's taking
But,
down all
yeah,
the banks
convincing
in
win
Gotham.
by Vega. Yeah, I just feel like in this kind of lineup, Slark needs so much time. He could have gotten there if his team didn't struggle too much in the early mid game. But yeah, like we said during the drafting stage, it's just a really hard game for Lina to do much because that's kind of like the way it works, right? Your mid hero often buys time for your team to fully come online, and Slark is one of those heroes that need a bit extra to come online compared to the other carries, and just this Lina not having the... I mean, there's just so much scary stuff.
Well,
You run into, you try to get a rune, you get stunned by a Sven, followed by a Venge, you can't cast a spell, and then you die to Sunstrike.
I saw it coming up out of the
This tough life.
Makes me sad.
Only one person.
It really is. And that pushes LC out of the epicenter qualifier for the European region, and CIS is included. Vega will advance themselves forward, keeping more of these CIS teams alive. So we are actually down to 6 teams. There's only 6 teams remaining. We have Spirit, we have Polarity, we have Danish Bears, as well as now Vega in the lower bracket, but sitting comfortably up at the top part of the bracket. Power Rangers and No Diggity are actually the ones sitting in the best position to go into that best of 5 grand final. So we've got some great games still coming up. We're back tomorrow at 18 CET for the European region, but there's also Chinese games coming up tomorrow. We have the winners bracket final. Newbie going up against LGD. That'll be the second series of China tomorrow, but we start at 11 CET for those who just want to just like set their clocks. That's in 11 hours and 20 minutes. eHome will go up against VGR. They are the last 4 teams in the China qualifier, and we'll wrap up the Chinese grand finals in the next 2 days. So keep your eyes peeled for all the information on that. You can go to joinedota.com, where we have a huge coverage page set up for all of that information if you want to follow it. And of course, follow my co-cast. A big shout out to Heen for staying up as well late into the early hours of his Korean morning. So thanks a lot, man, for coming.
Anything for you, Toby?
Oh, thanks, Heen. You're amazing. Thanks, everyone. See you next time on the live stream tomorrow night. We'll be back.
Haven't spotted all these watchtowers popping up on rooftops. This is our domain, Bats. Surely you're not gonna let some jumped-up jawheads muscle in on our turf.
No, that's exactly what I'm not gonna let it do. This guy just has like the fattest fucking range. I'm trying to do the exact opposite fucking dude.
I'm taking over your mind, Bruce. You know, it's getting a bit cramped, actually, so I tossed out some childhood memories. You and your mom at the beach, she bought you an ice cream cone. Happiest day of your life, remember? Oh, guess not.
This copter is so fucking far away. He was right next to me for a second. My patience is waning fat. There just really isn't that much other stuff to do. Alright, I can do this one. Let's do this.
There's an
This is a pretty good
explosive
fight.
deployed in Otisburg. I won't let them threaten this city.
That's good. Let's do this. Well, if I'm still doing it this way, then I should be extremely close. It is. We're gonna switch. I think it might be fixed to back down. We'll see how
Batman, my final test awaits you. Find that gimmicky little gadget you assembled back in Arkham City and bring it to the orphanage. Quickly!
Can you check me out? Oh, there's a sniper over there.
Riddler's got Catwoman. Good. That little beat clawed off half my face in Arkham City. let me go, I won't say anything. I swear. Real? You swear? Yeah. Cross your heart, hope to die? Please. What do you say? You think he means it? I don't know. He's pretty desperate. He might be lying. I'm not. You see, we ain't known you that long, and we don't know if we can trust you, so we need something. A guarantee. Like a down payment. I don't have any money. We weren't thinking money. We were thinking body parts. What? Fingers. Toes. How many? All of them. You ain't hiding! I'm guessing Matt took one look at us and ran. Hey, what's this way? I found him! I'm walking down the road. What the hell was that?
He's under the freaking wall!
So ugly. What's a drinking will do? Just make you play garbage.
My God, I've never seen anyone. Do what you just did.
It's okay, Lieutenant. You're safe.
I don't know if it's any better or worse. Whatever.
I tried, Batman.
It's not your
Wherever
fault.
flame.
You see what she did?
Zombies. Thanks for the sub, man.
I don't understand
No
these
point in
things.
stacking. We have no control of that.
There's an explosive deployed in Otisburg. I won't let them threaten this city.
Actually, I'm just gonna upgrade that shit because I really want to know. I want this one too, actually. Fuck it, I want that one. 'Cause
I'd have to forego getting crit just by immediately.
let me see how much they're for.
Even though I really need a dayless now to kill that slug.
Ew, where is the flying one?
Alright, so that's
What? So it's 4 spaces and 4?
Don't go outside of base.
This is pretty fast.
It's a plant. What's your problem? Hey, I've seen what those plants can do. I've seen guys get their heads sucked clean off. It ain't pretty.
Cool. Let's go.
There's an explosive deployed in Otisburg. I won't let them threaten this city.
Don't leave the base. I said don't leave the base. Not like this.
Oh, crap!
Alright, how does it look?
It's Batman! Get us out of here!
Oh, I missed it. Let's see.
Uploading virus now. Tanks on the move, sir. Good luck. Batman spotted in Otisburg.
Please. Oh, I missed. I've seen a missile.
They're fighting without me. Good game.
Rattler's been hit.
Fuck, right? Fuck not.
Mama down. He got a drone. No!
It would be very useful to look at RPG enemies.
Mama offline. Direct hit on a Rattler. Lost a Mamba drone. We lost one, sir.
If I get crit in,
I think you look like a
if that
fool.
if we can turn this shit into those controls kind of that.
Damn it! Rattler's taking damage.
Oh, wow.
This place safe. I did that basically.
Batman's taking out a Rattler.
Yeah, that's a thing. Just,
Drone's been hit. Drone unit in
The bomb's
Otisburg.
payload is exposed. I can use the power winch to trigger a controlled explosion.
I know. What's going on? Sorry.
Assuredly done, sir. As ever.
Easy.
Protect these bombs, Sergeant. Whatever it takes.
See how it's working. There's still 3 watchtowers. Watchtowers are generally covered in red.
That's got a tank. Scarecrow's got lots of tanks. Where's my tank? It ain't fair, I'm telling you.
I really actually like the way that this progression system works in this game.
ah, fish.
This
Man,
don't
you've seen
show
those
more
plants?
towers. Why am I
Ivy's
so
taking over the
fucking
city,
blind?
and the bat's a lender.
It says that there are 3 more on this city.
We fucking lost so badly. This guy's still RP again.
Alright, let's see if that's over there.
Poison Ivy's in town. Really? I still owe her for brainwashing me in the
I'm gonna
asylum.
make chips and guacamole after this, everyone. It looks like my shit isn't even Batman is just not in game this stream. It sucks because I wanted it to be. How long ago was that? Shoot in 2 seconds. Oh.
Oh my god, Rick! It's God people! Godlike!
Send it. They don't have it. They have OD for 30.
Actually get chased down, killed off.
I mean,
Solo may be a little bit
Arceus
lucky,
suck
however, as he tries to hide.
All we have is a Maggle team.
I'm sorry about Barbara Bruce. It's terrible. But look, just call the temp agency and I'm sure they'll send you another.
I am ready to face your final challenge.
It's the toughest yet.
I'm not gonna get him, boys. I'm dead. It's been over for a good while. The Slark is really fucking hard to deal with in general. We had a really bad team.
Yo, Solo's
Only a worthy successor can complete the
We
challenge
needed,
and avoid getting
do
hit.
shit heroes. We had a bunch of farmers.
You can do better than this.
I have no one to blame but myself.
Don't lose concentration.
Oh. I always forget with
It
mine.
doesn't matter if anyone else didn't farm. What I'm saying is we have 2 farming
Stay
forwards,
focused.
right? And then we don't have any hero on our team who actually does stuff. Like, Zeno and Dazzle are do nothing heroes. You sit behind other
How?
heroes.
How? I didn't even have a chance to
Don't
counter
actually.
that.
I will not fail you again.
Can I not? I
Don't
guess I
make
can
shit
attack
happen with
people
Dazzle.
who are programmed
And
into
Eveno,
the
you fucking sit
animation
behind
of,
sieging heroes and you throw out plague points and you heal.
That's kind of whack. That just
So we
Ready
like,
yourself.
we need
Go.
to 5-man, I guess, crazy early. Otherwise our team does nothing. We have shit team fight. We have shit late game.
I am not worthy.
And if the mag doesn't hit at our P, we
I
just
think
instantly
knives are probably easier to deal with than guns
Stay
in the long
focused.
run.
Forgive me.
Fuck. Everyone knows I'm the worst fucking knives.
Don't lose concentration.
I even got the first one.
I will not fail you again.
I should just always hold counter.
You can do better than this.
Yeah, I got empower a few times. It's like, it doesn't matter though.
Oh, I thought I
The
was
reason why
still
it doesn't
gonna
matter
kick
is
him
because
first.
increasing the rate at
I
which I
have
farm
no
will
one to
make our
blame
team
but
win
myself.
versus their team. The Slark has the easiest fucking
Don't
game
lose
ever.
concentration.
You have Slark against a team with 1 stun. Like, that's the dream for a Slark. And Troll can't stick on target because we don't have any disables. So we have like 0 synergy.
It was 4.
We need like a
I
puck
thought it was 3. I dodged
or
3.
anything that can force a team play. We just didn't have the heroes.
Ready
That
yourself.
was the first time I saw
Go.
it though. Wait,
Next time, I will be victorious.
focus.
Yeah, we should fight earlier for sure.
Ooh, I dodged 3 sword attacks in that one. One of them was with the parry. That was chill. I normally always parry them too, so.
Don't lose concentration.
That was. I'm not. I have to attack you. That was weird.
You can do better than this.
Well, that was actually lucky. I didn't have to do any blue dodge. That was just lucky.
You are to be commended, Azrael. You have passed the test. I will contact you when I have made my decision.
It's not necessarily okay.
There is no decision to make, Batman. I am ready now.
It's more that we needed a
I
different
decide
mid,
how this
actually.
works,
Like, I
not
think your
you.
supports are
Every
okay.
moment
It's a
you
combination
waste,
of everything
Gotham
that makes it
falls
bad.
deeper into the
They play
abyss.
Ooh, I
mid
can't
at
wait to
low
Make
get
your
into
decision
Avatar
fast,
dip right
or
now.
Neither of our
he will
supports
be
actually
lost
have
forever.
disables. And we play a farming game against a better late game.
Sir, we have a positive ID on Azrael. His real name is Michael Lane. He was a GCPD officer before he was dismissed due to psychological issues. And then, well, he seems to have disappeared off the face of the earth.
That must have been when he was recruited by the Order of Saint Dumas.
It gets decidedly more peculiar, sir. The Bat computer has picked up an irregularity in Lane's physiology. I've not seen anything like this before.
Upload the data to the clock tower. I can analyze it from there.
Right you are, sir.
Ah, fuck it, why not? Let's go full wagon.
I want to actually see that. Let's see it.
I haven't actually
There's
played this
something
build, so
unusual
I don't know.
about Azrael's neurological activity.
I don't know what to expect.
I'm heading to the clock tower to analyze it on the Bat computer.
Perhaps it's a sign of disease, sir. Or something worse.
Oh, he died. Fuck. My bad. I'll play next game.
Look, the Arkham Knight's just some tough guy with a bunch of soldiers for hire at his back. Two-Face, Riddler, hell, even Penguin. Now they own this town. They always will.
That you need to find Scarecrow and get yourself gassed again. It's high time I stretched your legs. What do you think we'll find in Azrael's brain, Batsy? Who knows? Maybe there's an evil court jester in there.
Playing that girl Mantha the Diesel. Yeah, dude.
Come on, come on, come on.
What do you mean? We have stuff.
Identity confirmed.
And they'll run away screaming. Yeah, I mean,
RIP. Nice. So wait here.
Yeah, messages that don't play hero.
can the wizard man come back?
I'm sending over the data on Michael Lane now. I'm no neurologist, sir, but I can quite confidently assert that doesn't look like it belongs in one's brain.
It's a surgically implanted microprocessor interfacing with the temporal lobe, the region of the brain used for storing and accessing memories.
Which memories, sir?
Visualizing now.
Azrael, protector of faith, defender of purity. The Order of San Dumas has safeguarded Gotham for over 500 years. And it is your sworn duty to continue our legacy.
Remember when you could just pick Radiant
You have
Shadow
studied
Queen
the
no
Dark
matter how
Knight
shitty your
for
team was?
years.
Dude, I did
Learning
so
his
good that
strategy,
patch. I had like a
analyzing his
75%
every
win
tactic,
rate or some shit.
perfecting
Oh,
his every
good.
move.
Pretty good.
Now, it is time to complete your mission. Seek out the Batman. Prove that you are his worthy and trusted successor. Only when you have won the Batman's trust will you be able to fulfill your destiny.
His intentions do seem pure, sir. Are you suggesting these recollections have been tampered with?
I am. Alfred, I know this symbol from Arkham City. It's the Order's sacred language. They've implanted markers into Lane's memories to modify his behavior unconsciously. If I can find the other markers, I'll be able to reconstruct the waveform and reveal the message.
I don't care. I want guacamole so badly. Test accomplished. Yes, I can get to 1080p.
Our
It's
team actually
fucking
system
hard on the computer.
Zombie
Or not
Man,
like
Silencer,
computer,
O'Neill.
almost dream. At least Batman.